It's summer, the heat is blistering your skin, and you probably just want to stay in the house and read or maybe turn on a movie. Well, so do I. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 books that I plan to read this summer, as well as 2 movies that fit the summer vibe perfectly. Whether it's an intimate love story, or a psychopath in search of money, or even a dystopian world where the government sees all, I have it all. I'll be starting off with books. Take this as my TBR this month and maybe join me as I read these. Links to all these books will be in the video description. Now, I'll be going off the synopsis and some spoiler-free reviews I have read on both Goodreads and TikTok. What better way to spend a day when the heat is cooking your body and the wind seems to be non-existent than to read a book set in the 80s in the backdrop of an Italian summer? Call Me By Your Name is a 2007 coming-of-age novel about a romance between Elio Perlman and his American scholar Oliver. I have seen the movie by Luca Guadagnino, and it is fantastic. The setting and cinematography are beautiful, and the acting is phenomenal. God, do I love Sufjan Stevens. The book is often described as full of yearning, achingly slow, beautiful, microscopic analysis of the parts of identity. And from the knowledge I have gained from the movie, please do not take this as a romance novel. It is media about love and how relationships can harm anyone. It doesn't romanticize the age gap relationship. With that out of the way, I genuinely can't wait to read this. Maybe outside in the backyard, on the porch, pretending like I live in 80s Italy. The second book I'll be talking about is Mayflies. What better book than one with May literally in the name and is literally set in the summer? Mayflies is a book centering the friendship of 2 guys. In the summer of 1986, James and Tully spark up a friendship based on music and movies. One weekend, they take a vow to go at life differently. 30 years later, Tully calls with news. From what I've heard, this is a very poignant and heart-shattering story, and from the synopsis, I can definitely see how. A bittersweet read. I've seen a multitude of people say they have left this book completely changed, and with a memory of it seared into their head. If that doesn't convince you to buy it, I don't know what will. This also seems like a book great to music and movie lovers. As a movie lover, I'm very intrigued. Perfectly bittersweet, major heartache, beautifully crafted. Pick this up. Click the link in my bio and come read this with me this month. The third and final book I will be talking about for today is 1984. Now, this isn't explicitly a summer book, but look outside and tell me there is no greater time than to read this now. 1984 is a dystopian novel about an unfair and miserable society. This society is rife with totalitarianism and constant surveillance. This book was written as a warning of what could happen if people allowed the government to have too much power. I have had this book on my shelf for months, and I think it is finally time to pick it up. Unfortunately, I did not get to read this in school, but at least I can read this now by myself, and with knowing there is no essay due explaining the themes present in this book. I have read Animal Farm by the same author, George Orwell, and it is actually one of my favorite books of all time. The themes present in Animal Farm are powerful, all while hidden under the blanket of simple, cute farm animals. George Orwell can dissect real-world problems and apply them to his books flawlessly, and I am so excited to finally read this very popular book. Now on to the movie category. I'll be showing 2 movies. Both are set around summer, spring, but they couldn't be any more different in themes. I have seen both, so I can describe them well and hopefully convince y'all to watch. I'll start off first with none other than No Country for Old Men, released in 2007 and directed by the Coen brothers. No Country for Old Men is a thrilling, interesting crime western. Now, don't let the western title put you off. I know it isn't many people's favorite genre. I surely don't like it. However, this movie is a western for people who don't like westerns. It focuses more on the crime aspect than anything. The story tells of Llewellyn Moss, who comes across the aftermath of a drug deal. At that deal, he finds cash that was left behind and takes it. He then becomes hunted by possibly one of the most merciless and terrifying killers in movies, Anton Chigurh. Sheriff Bell is also in search of Moss, a sheriff who himself hides a dark secret, as he wants to protect Moss. Like I said, this movie is thrilling, not a dull moment. Where most movies offer a myth of meaning, morality, or man's ability to stand against darkness, here we get none. This movie is unlike any you will see. There is no interest here in reassuring the audience. There is no score, no slow motion, no operatic release, only brutality as it is. Sudden, senseless, and strangely silent.
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
Sir?
The most you ever lost on a coin toss.
I want to focus on Anton Chigurh for a second, a merciless and quite unpredictable killer, played flawlessly by Javier Bardem. He keeps viewers on edge every time he is on screen. The moment a scene cuts to him, you feel dread. You feel the rising feeling that something bad is going to happen. Whatever it is he does, you know it is going to be done quickly and with no remorse. Easily the best Western I've ever seen. Little to no exposition dumping. The Coen brothers' writing and direction help the plot move in such a unique way. This absolutely deserved the Best Picture award, and I am definitely going to rewatch this within the next week or two. And for the last and final piece of summer media for today, I will be talking about All About Lily Choo Choo. All About Lily Choo Choo is a 2001 drama by legendary director, actor, and composer Shunji Iwai. The story revolves around Yuichi, an 8th grader who doesn't live a very happy life. He worships Lily Choo Choo, a Björk-like chanteuse whose music is lush and transcendent. He lives on to attend Lily Choo Choo's concert when he can forget all about his life and be washed by Lily's presence. However, obstacles get in the way of Yuichi. This movie isn't very happy and is definitely very heavy, dealing with very heavy topics. So definitely be warned. I will not lie when I say this is the most visually enchanting movie I have ever seen. If you aren't entranced by the story, you will definitely be by the cinematography. Though beautiful and serene, the cinematography will most likely be a distraction from the life Yuichi. Springy fields and beautiful summer. The movie's theme is of coming of age in a cruel world. This makes the internet the only solace for these young people. Sitting at 2 hours and 37 minutes, it isn't the easiest movie to get through, but it is definitely worth it. Well, that's all the media for today. Hope you all have fun with these recommendations. Read on the porch or watch a movie late at night. Links to everything shown in this video will be in the video description. Consider liking this video and subscribing. Have a marvelous day. Dash out.